What's up everybody, this is Kent. I'm in my garage gym. I'm here to talk about foam rollers and which one is the best. And the real question is, which one is the best for you? Because what's best for me is maybe not best for you. So working out, you get sore. And the best way to relieve that is through rest and through things like massage. And you can either go and visit a professional masseuse, or you can roll. And that's one of the best ways to relieve lower back tension. So when I heard that this is probably one of the things that I needed for deadlifts and those kind of things to help me progress and get gains, I was right on top of it. So I went right away to Amazon.com and I bought 2 rollers off of there, which I think is kind of a mistake. Not because of the rollers themselves, just because of the price that I paid. These 2 I probably got for, I think this was close to 15, in between 15 and 20, and this one was about $20 right here. And what this one is the flat Amazon Basics roller. And this is made out of styrofoam, which is something that I regret, because you can go to almost any store now. I went to Ross and I found one of these for under $10. So I regretted that. This is made out of styrofoam. It hasn't ripped apart on me. I thought that the quality was pretty low just because it was made out of styrofoam. And if I use it on anything other than a carpet, then yeah, I expect that the dots will start tearing off of this thing. But the one that I found at Ross, it was actually full foam, not styrofoam, but like legit tight, all compressed foam together. So I think, actually I don't regret getting this just because of the style, but because it's styrofoam. I do kind of regret that. And stupid me, I didn't look at the pictures very close and I didn't read the descriptions. I just saw it was flat, I saw it was cheap, so I got it. But it's not bad overall, and I'm glad that I have a flat roller. Now the next, because I didn't understand foam rolling and I didn't have a lot of experience in it, I bought something called the Master of Muscle. It's called the Muscle Mauler roller. And if you look at it, it's got 2 different kind of styles on here. It's got the bumps and it's got the grid or the lines on there. I did like this one. The only problem with it, I would say, is the pattern itself, because you'll find rollers that have only bumps, or you'll find them that have only lines. And probably a step up from this one, as far as intensity goes, are the lines, and a step up from the lines would be the bumps. So I realized that I needed something more than that, and I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I got the Rumble roller. Actually, the way that you need to do this if you're looking to get a Rumble roller is wait for Dick's Sporting Goods to have a 20% off sale, which they have quite often. I think something like once a month or 2, and it will be either online or it'll be in the store. Well, on the store, this thing sells for online it sells for about $65, $69. But I found it in store for $59. So if you can get an in-store 20% off coupon, then that's really the way to go. So the difference between these 2, the Rumble roller, which is almost 3 foot long, I think it's 31 inches or 32 inches, and the Muscle Mauler, which is half the size. The difference is when I'm rolling on this one, I can almost feel it interrupting the roll. It feels like, how do I say it? It feels like I'm rolling over a line. Where this begins here, it feels interrupted throughout the whole way, and it's almost kind of choppy, which is fine. It's okay, but it's not something that I prefer. If you're going to go with something that has bumps on it, just go all the way and get something that has bumps all over it. It feels much more even. Now the smaller one, it does feel like it could slip out from underneath me, or it feels like I can roll off of the side and then I have to reposition myself. This thing, I almost never feel like I have to reposition myself. It feels like it's very well grounded, and even if I roll too far off to the left or too far off to the right, I'm still on it. I'm not rolling off of it. So that's the reason that you get the bigger roller. And also, when I laid down on this the first time, see, I didn't try these 2 at first. I had bought these 2, and then I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. It was a couple months later, and I tried this. I laid down on it, and when I laid down on it that first time, I rolled back. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed this whole time. Even though it's more expensive, it was really more worth it. So if you're planning on buying anything, if you're planning on buying a foam roller, the flat one is good. I would suggest getting a flat one and one with bumps all over it, and you can feel between the two. Sometimes you'll be in the mood for this one. Sometimes you'll be in the mood for this one, just depending on how sore you are. Now I've seen a lot of reviews online where wives, it's always the woman. There's this one woman that I saw. She said, "Check out my husband's back. He's got bruises all over my back. Look what you rolled into him." And I'm thinking, you idiot. If it starts to do that to you, then stop. You don't wait until it bruises you or it literally mauls you. But you're supposed to build a tolerance to it over time. In the very beginning, it's going to make you sore for nothing. But later on, maybe about a week or two for me, it didn't take very long for me to build a resistance to it, to where I have to roll on it over and over and over again for it to make me tender. So that's my review. That's my take on it. I think the longer the better. I think the more bumps on it, the better. The grid, I have never tried a full-on grid before. I don't think that I'd be a fan. I think that it's either bumps or flat, and that's the way to go. But overall, check in stores before you buy online, because chances are you're going to find them at these stores like Ross and probably some other places like TJ Maxx. Check those places and other places that have discounts. You're not going to find it on discount on Amazon like how I bought mine. So really, I did waste a lot of money. I hope I'm saving you money by telling you this. Just to wait for the 20% coupons, or go to the stores that have them on discount already.